Top accurate global news update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. One person died and several others were hurt when a fire broke out on a cargo ship carrying cars off the northern tip of Netherlands, forcing several crew members to jump overboard, the Dutch coastguard said on Wednesday. The Panama-registered Fremantle Highway was transporting 2,857 cars from Germany to Egypt, 25 of them electric. An electric car was the suspected source of the blaze, a Coast Guard spokesperson said, adding that the ship was still burning. The 199-meter ship, which had departed from the German port of Bremerhaven, was successfully towed out of shipping lanes early on Wednesday, Dutch broadcaster NOS reported. The ship was sailing 27 kilometers north of the Dutch island of Ameland with 23 crew on board when the fire started on Tuesday night. The statement said the crew had tried but failed to extinguish the fire. The Coast Guard statement said the injured crew was taken by helicopter to medical facilities on the mainland. They suffered smoke inhalation or were hurt during the evacuation, a spokesperson said. China's decision to reappoint its top diplomat Wang Yi as foreign minister 1 month after former rising star King Gang disappeared from public view means Washington will be dealing with a familiar face in its bid to steady relations with its main strategic rival. But Wang's return to a post he held for most of the past decade is unlikely to alter the trajectory of a troubled bilateral relationship or dispel concerns about the opaque workings of President Xi Jinping's government. The removal of Qin, reputedly a Xi protege, on Tuesday came barely half a year after he assumed the role. The 57-year-old former ambassador to the United States and Xi aide took over the ministry in December but has not been seen in public since June 25th when he met visiting diplomats in Beijing. The ministry has said he was off work for health reasons but has given no details. Wang, known in Washington for his sharp intellect and a sometimes aggressive defense of China's positions, has been a fixture in US-China relations for years. Washington-based analysts say Wang's return to the ministry should help China's foreign ministry resume normal operations after weeks of international speculation about Qin's fate. After years of pandemic isolation, North Korea has invited its friends back this week, hosting senior Chinese and Russian delegations for 70th anniversary commemorations of the Korean War and the struggle against the United States and its allies. The visiting dignitaries, which include Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chinese Communist Party Politburo member Lee Hong-zong, are expected to be presented with one of North Korea's signature events, a massive military parade showcasing its latest weaponry. Analysts say the spectacle will likely include the North's nuclear-tipped missiles banned by the United Nations Security Council, where Russia and China are permanent members. The visits are the first known foreign delegations to visit North Korea since the COVID-19 pandemic began and come as Pyongyang has looked to deepen its ties with Beijing and Moscow, finding common ground in their rivalries with Washington and the West. Thursday's holiday, in which North Korea celebrates what it sees as a victory over US-led Allied forces in the 1950 to 1953 Korean War, provides a chance for Pyongyang to highlight the Cold War days when North Korean troops fought with Chinese and Russian support. The number of Japanese people has decreased at the fastest pace ever, while the number of foreign residents has risen to a record of nearly 3 million. Government data showed on Wednesday. The data showed that Japanese society is aging across the country and suggests that foreign nationals are playing an ever bigger role in making up for the shrinking population. The number of Japanese nationals fell for a 14th year by about 800,000 people to 122.42 million, according to resident registration data as of January 1st, 2023, released by the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications. For the first time, the number of Japanese residents fell in all 47 prefectures. The data showed the number of foreign nationals living in Japan was a record 2.99 million, a 10.7% increase from the previous year, the biggest year-on-year increase since the ministry began tracking the data a decade ago. As of January 1st, 2020, just before the COVID-19 pandemic spread around the world, there were 2.87 million foreigners living in Japan. Japan's total population fell to 125.42 million, a decrease of about 511,000, the new data showed. The population has fallen every year since peaking in 2008 due to a low birth rate, reaching a record low last year. Long-time Cambodian leader Hun Sen said he will step down in 3 weeks as Prime Minister and hand the position to his oldest son, who won his first seat in parliament in Sunday's election. The announcement on Wednesday came after their Cambodian People's Party won a landslide victory in weekend elections that Western countries and rights organizations criticized as neither free nor fair, and in which the country's main opposition Candlelight Party was suppressed. Hun Sen has been Cambodia's leader for 38 years, but had said ahead of the elections that he would hand the position to his oldest son, Hun Manet, sometime during the next 5-year term. Hun Manet, aged 45, is currently the chief of the country's army. In a televised address, Hun Sen, who is Asia's longest-serving leader, said he had informed King Norodom Sihamoni of his decision and that the king had agreed. Election authorities disqualified the only serious challenger, the Candlelight Party, on a technicality in advance of the election, and the CPP is expected to win 120 of 125 lower house seats. Hun Sen said his son would be named Prime Minister after the National Election Committee reports the final results of Sunday's election. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy midweek.